Just the last bits of the peach tree. There's this long ass branch that broke off over here, just rotting, dying. And this was all jutting into the pear tree, adjacent pear tree. So right here I be chopping. Phew, it's hot work today. Half of this is dead wood, just for it being dry and just sitting for years. The tree's been slowly dying for years. So this ain't easy wood. Edge and everything is 100%. 100%. Taking a break. Too hot. All right. Short break. 30 seconds, 60 seconds, whatever. Why do I do this? You know what? I like big knives that can chop. I like going out into the field and doing things that is like, you know, bushcrafting type of outdoors type of things. And if I get a chance just to screw around for a bit with one of my knives and just enjoy what it is that it was made for in a role that wasn't really made up, because I didn't make this up. This tree needed to come down. Yeah, I could have taken a chainsaw and been done with it, because I got a nice chainsaw. But you know, sometimes, you know, it's like the little boy in me, right? Let's pretend we are somewhere where this is the only tool. So let's play with this. And that's sort of sometimes the premise of why. And I'm running out of steam. But it's not far before I'm through. And it's actually starting to wobble right at this cut. So maybe a few more strategic back and forths here. And of course, if I was in the bush and I was looking to conserve energy and looking to preserve the state of my knife, I wouldn't be doing this kind of stuff, guys. This is for fun. This is backyard screw-arounding, or even just like out in the bushes because you know you're coming home that afternoon. Yeah, you could risk your knife if you want to risk your money, because it really comes down to money at that point. Right? Because you're not risking your survival by breaking, you know, by risking the breaking of your knife. If you're doing it, you know, under the premise that I am, like in the backyard for fun, or just in the bushes for a day, you know. But always be prepared, because you never know, you might get stuck there. So have a backup, right? Axes are meant for chopping. Knives are meant for cutting. Kukri, believe it or not, is supposed to bridge that gap. and it does bridge that gap. It's not the best. It doesn't do as well as an axe, and it doesn't do as well as a bowie, like a straight bladed something, but it crosses the gap. It crosses the barrier very well. It chops well, and it acts like a knife well. So it's a good compromise to have a kukri if you're going to get stuck with only one. And you hear some of those getting tired strikes. Hands getting tired. That's why I'm checking the edge, see if I screwed it up. Arms getting tired. And so I'm not, my edge alignment is starting to suffer, and I could chip out the blade if I stop, you know, if I don't. Here it goes. And that's the thing. You can go 9/10 through a log and not chip out your blade, and it's that 1/10 that's left that you will because of fatigue. Your blade can still do it 1,000 times over, but your arm, your hand cannot do it without rest. So this is the factor that people always leave out when they screw up their knife. I don't know what happened. I did this 100 times. Why this knife? Because something along the human part of it came along. You don't want to admit it. You want a warranty to kick in, and you want it to be the knife's fault. Not just for warranty, but God forbid the Daniel Boone hurt his knife. You know what I mean? Laughable. It's laughable in the eyes of the guy who's trying to hide it. That's why he's hiding it. Or else he wouldn't hide it. He'd laugh. Laugh with everyone else. Look what I did, guys. So stupid. You know what I mean? But it's the guys that get all huffy puffy and upset, and they take their ball and go home. That actually they don't upset me. They make me laugh, and I like to tease them a little more because they deserve it, because that's the world they expect. So why, you know, who am I to deny them the world they expect? Holy smokes, this is almost through. A couple of stupid strikes. Like, I'm tempted to break it, and I'm also tempted to keep going. Not the knife, but the limb. Yeah, I was just holding on by the bark. Before, after. Before, after. That's patina now. That's no longer sap or anything. That the sap, the acid or alkali in the sap has reacted with the steel here, but Comet takes it out. Not a problem. I'm a little surprised. I'm pleased, but surprised that this edge, and it's pretty fine edge. Let me tell you something right now. For the size of this knife, this edge is quite fine. It's 01 steel. O, not 0, 1. O standing for oil. Oil meaning oil quench. 01 steel. A lot of people type it as in 01, but they're wrong. Wrong. Knife grammar Nazi. Anyway, the edge is 100%. And again, I don't have tripod, but just before I ran this video, I ran my fingernail across the edge. Not a chip, not even rough. It's still shaving sharp, and I just took it from the sink, and I didn't even strop it or anything yet. This is impressive. Impressive.